Greetings, adventurers. Today's video is sponsored by Hey Happiness. This is a really exciting brand that has been really fun to work with. They are a jewelry company that makes not only really beautiful and delicate jewelry, but it's also very high quality and long lasting. And most importantly to me, they have an incredible policy of being eco-friendly and sustainable, and also supporting a lot of other organizations that are the same. Their goal is to empower communities, encourage self-expression, and inspire with high-quality, long-lasting jewelry to brighten every day. They believe in making beautiful things that will last, and most importantly, that are sustainable and gentle on our earth. All of the materials they use are ethically sourced, and each item is carefully and consciously crafted by a small team of people who are passionate about what they do. They also use sustainable, ethical practices and eco-friendly materials whenever possible, including recycled packaging and biodegradable bags. They have a zero-waste policy and support organizations who hold the same values. Hey Happiness also donates a portion of the profit from each item they sell to Trees for the Future, helping fund their global tree planting program. In partnership with Trees, Hey Happiness has been responsible for planting over 148,000 trees. So if you're looking for a Christmas gift or just some pretty jewelry for yourself, and you'd also like to support a wonderful company that also helps to help the world out a little bit, then I highly suggest Hey Happiness. Their jewelry is really gorgeous and feels like it's going to last for a really long time. And because you're here, of course, we also have a discount code that you can use. You can use the code SAGE10 to get 10% off your order. And right now, until the end of December, they also have a gifting event going on where if you spend a certain amount, you get a free gift sent just to you. So if you spend a minimum of 39 euros, then you get one surprise gift. If you spend 79 euros, you get 2 surprise gifts, and 109 euros or more, and you get 3 surprise gifts. So not only can you get some great Christmas gifts, but you can also get a little something for yourself too. Or just another gift for someone. You never know. It's always fun to get a little surprise. So thank you so much to Hey Happiness for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching. I do hope they wake up soon. Not sure what else to do until they wake up. I mean, we've got to the drink of warmth, but I can't really do that. I suppose I could try to extract some energy again, but... Oh, you're starting to wake up. Hello. Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh. I am so sorry. I should have started with an introduction. Don't worry, you are perfectly safe, okay? You are perfectly safe here. No harm is going to come to you, I promise. This is my home. Welcome to my home. My name is Isabella. I'm a snow elf. I live up here in the forest, at the very northern point that most people don't like to come to. And I found you in the forest after that awful dastardly storm that we had last evening, and well, you were in quite a bad way, so I brought you here so that I could try to warm you up, hopefully get you feeling better, so I can send you on your way. Now, you're welcome to stay here as long as you would like, but you are also free to go whenever you want, okay? I wanted to make sure that you were okay. You seemed, well, quite frozen solid, actually. It's been quite a while that I've been trying to get you to thaw, I suppose. How are you feeling? chilly. Yes, that makes sense. That was quite an awful storm, wasn't it? And it didn't really feel like a natural storm. It felt quite enchanted. It felt a bit malicious, didn't it? Oh, well, maybe you don't pick up on things like that, but I have lived in this forest, in these mountains, my entire life, and I can tell when a forest has a storm because of nature and because of something else. I'm afraid that storm was, yes, quite dangerous. Now let's try to get you warmed up a bit, okay? And I can keep explaining as we go. But I thought that first we could start with a drink of warmth. Would you like some? Oh yes. This is, well, it's a very special drink. It's a bit similar to what you might call hot chocolate. Is that what it is? Yes. It's similar to hot chocolate, except it's the magical version of it, I suppose. So, inside here is a nice, warm, comforting drink. A bit sweet, very rich, and also a bit refreshing. Yes, it's a strange combination, but it is quite lovely. Oh, the bottle, yes, it does look quite cold on the outside. It's a bit of an illusion, I suppose. You see, this works almost like a bottle of frost, except instead of keeping the beverage cold inside, it keeps the cold outside, and it keeps the beverage nice and warm. Would you like some? I promise there's nothing strange in it. Would you like me to have some first? Would that make you feel better? Okay, well, I thought I would offer. Here, I've got just a little cup here. No, you don't have to drink out of the bottle. I've got a little teacup here, alright. Now it's just a clear liquid. It doesn't look like much, but when you taste it, I think it will be quite delicious and quite comforting as well. Now, why don't you go ahead and give that a try? It should be perfect drinking temperature. I've spent a few decades with that enchantment, making sure that it keeps the beverage nice and good and warm without being too hot, or it's going to burn your tongue. But I can cool it down or warm it up if it's not right for you. Okay, good. Good. Well, I hope that helps to warm you up a little bit. Good. Don't you worry, I've got some other things that we can try. It does seem as though the cold from that storm is going to need a bit stronger magic to really get it out of your bones. You know, that sort of cold that seems to seep to the bone. Yes, usually that sort of cold is not natural. Nature has cycles. Nature is, of course, very powerful, but nature is not malicious. If you ever have something that feels darker than just the natural way of things, there's a good chance that there's someone else behind it, yes? No, not me. No, I don't create storms like that. The winters around here are quite intense, so generally nature doesn't need any help from me. No, I didn't cause the storm. But I might be a bit responsible for it. It's a bit difficult to explain. Well, here, let's start with this first. This is an enchanted flower from my gardens. This is called Winter's Dawn. gift, it has, as you can see, a beautiful glow to it. A beautiful little flower here. It has all of the power of winter, seeing as I am a snow elf. But it also captures the beauty and the power of a crisp, clear dawn in winter. You know, winter we so often associated with the night because it does, you know, the days get shorter and the nights get longer, but the sun does still come. And when he comes, it's quite powerful. It's still very special. So I'm just going to take this. I want you to just focus here on the centre of the flower, okay? Just focus on the centre there. I'm just going to bring it in here. See if we can't imbue some of that lovely power of the dawn. There we are. Good, 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 good. Just keep watching that flower for me, okay? Just look right at the flower. Good, 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 good. Wonderful. Yes, well, I did say that I wasn't the one who made the storm happen, but it might slightly be my fault. You see, unfortunately, I'm not the only person who lives all the way up here in the forest. There is someone else, a winter warlock of sorts. He's quite powerful, but he does have quite a temper. And he's not particularly very nice. I just keep looking at this flower for me, okay? And he has been trying for quite a while to impress me, I guess. And I have always rejected his advances. I don't like people who are unkind. You know, it doesn't matter if you're kind to me, if you're still cruel to everyone else. I'm still not going to think you're a nice person. That's not okay. Anyway, this year, around solstice, he has decided to bring me all of these extravagant gifts, but they're rather strange. The first day, it was a tree, a pear tree actually. I quite like pears. It was a beautiful frosted winter pear, my favourite kind. I don't know if he knew that because he knew it or if someone else told him. Maybe it was a coincidence. Just keep looking at that flower for me, okay? We'll get you warmed up in no time. There we are. So it was this beautiful pear tree, but there was also this bird in it, a partridge. Do you know what a partridge is? Yeah, exactly. They're quite territorial birds, and I can't actually pick any of the pears from the pear tree because the partridge, well, she gets a bit miffed every time we get too close. It's quite unfortunate. And then the second day, it wasn't even a tree, it was just more birds. It was turtle doves. I think it was supposed to be romantic, but it was just a bit strange. And then the next day it was these fancy hens. And the next day it was songbirds, which sounds nice in a way, but it's already just so many birds. So many. It's been a bit strange. I don't know if he really likes birds or if someone told him that I really like birds. It's so many birds. My groundskeepers are quite at a loss at what to do with all of them. Anyway, yes, it's been quite strange, and I think that he thinks it's going to win me over or something, but it hasn't been working. So on the 5th day, the page that came to announce what the gift was, he said that it was 5 golden rings, and a bit of me was partially relieved just because it wasn't any more birds. No, it was still birds. Did you know that there's a pheasant called the golden ring pheasant? No, I didn't either, but there is, and now I have 5 golden ring pheasants, and it's so many birds. It's a bit strange. Anyway, so yesterday, after the gift, he graced me with his presence himself, and Apparently, I was not quite as grateful as I should have been for these strange gifts. I think he thought that I would fall into his arms, madly in love with him or something like that. But I did not do that, and as I said, he does have a temper, so I'm fairly certain that the storm was his doing. And so it was still partially my fault. Oh, well, that's very nice of you to say, but I do still feel slightly responsible. Especially because someone like you got caught in it. You look like you know what you're doing travelling in the winter, usually. I mean, anyone would get lost in an enchanted storm like that. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Or where were you travelling to? Oh, that's clear on the other side of the forest. Oh my goodness, you really did get turned around, didn't you? Yes, it was certainly that kind of storm, wasn't it? Alright, now I think we're going to try this a little bit. I'm just going to use my wand here. I'm going to try to extract some of that cold, okay? Now, different types of energy do different things, and when your energy is very cold, generally that means that it makes you feel very slow, lethargic, sort of like something is holding you back. And if you have any sort of ambitions or projects or plans like that, they can feel, well, frozen, sort of frozen in time. So I'm going to try to just pull out some of that cold energy. Hopefully it will help you feel a bit better, alright? Now again, I just want you to focus on this wand here. I'm going to bring it in, and as I bring it in, I want you to breathe in. And then as I pull it back, I want you to breathe out. And as you breathe in, I want you to picture that you are breathing in warmth. Gentle, warm, calming energy. And as I pull it back and you breathe out, I want you to picture that you are pushing out that cold that has seeped into your energy, alright? Yes, it's not as complicated as it sounds, I suppose. Just breathe in and feeling warm and calm, and then breathe out, pushing away the bad, alright? Okay, let's try it together, alright, shall we? Breathe in and out. There we are, good, just like that, okay. Breathe in and out. Good, 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 good. Breathe in and out. Excellent. You're doing a very good job. Just remember, as you breathe in, warmth and happiness and peace. And as you breathe out, getting rid of that iciness. Breathe in. And out. Good, good. That is certainly feeling better. We're not quite there yet, but I do think that is starting to feel better. How is your beverage of warming? Good, good. Once you run out, please let me know. I'll get you some more, okay? Let's see. I think we'll start with this one next. This is a crystal. It's a very powerful crystal. This is called Snowflake Obsidian. You can see it's obsidian is the black stone, and you can see it's got these little specks on it that does almost look like falling snow. And Snowflake Obsidian is very good at cleansing and also grounding your energy, alright? So I'm going to use this. I'm just going to imbue you with some feelings of stability and also do a bit more to cleanse away anything that is holding you I'm just going to bring this in. You can focus on it if you would like. You can continue the breathing if you would like. Or you can just listen to the sound of my voice. Would you like to tell me? Would you like me to tell you about all of my birds that I've received? It's been quite a few days of birds, yes. The 6th day. Was that the swans swimming? Yes, it was swans, and he gave me this little pool too. At least they mostly stay in one place. And then there were quite a few geese as well. Yes, it's been so many birds. I'm not really sure what to do with them. I don't eat animals, so I'm not going to eat them. I just am the proud owner of so many birds and so many feathers. That's the thing, it's not just the birds, it's also the feathers. My groundskeepers are a bit frustrated at the mess. Alright, that is definitely feeling better there. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes up some strange song about all of this. That would be just like him. He's a bit, vain, I guess you could say. Although he'll probably paint me as the villain for not accepting him after all of his extravagant gifts. Okay. It's definitely looking better. Alright. Just keep feeling nice and calm here. You don't have to focus on this. In fact, why don't you not focus on it? Focus somewhere else, or just ignore the crystal, okay? Just ignore it as I'm bringing you in. Here we are. It wasn't even like birds that you might have as a familiar, you know, a hawk or an eagle or an owl. What a beautiful gift a lovely snowy owl would be for a snow elf. No, it's been none of those. It's just lots of fowl and lots of feathers. Anyway, the poor birds, they're quite disoriented as well. Of course, they are welcome to stay in my home. Perhaps I'll have to build an aviary. Oh, there's an idea. Maybe I'll just have to build an aviary for all of them. Just say, you all stay over there. And then my courtyards won't be so messy. Alright, there we are. I think that is looking much better. Good. Now, I've got one other crystal. This one is going to actually imbue you with feelings of warmth. This is a fire emblem crystal. It was given to me by a very ancient dragon before he passed on. Yes, quite a strange gift, I suppose, for a snow elf. Have a fire crystal. I would not have attained it on my own, that's for certain, but it does come in handy, especially when you come across mortals who are not quite as accustomed to feeling so chilly. So I'm just going to take this, I'm just going to push some warmth into you. Just push that crystal. Just envelop you in a feeling of warmth and peace. Not too hot, of course, just a comfortable, nice feeling of warmth on this lovely winter day. You know, the nice thing about winter storms is that they end, and the day after always seems just a little bit brighter, doesn't it? Seeing the sun once more after the storm has passed. It's a bit like the storms in our lives. At the time it feels so very, very challenging, so very hard, that when we come out the other side it makes us all the more grateful for the sunny days, for the good, for the peace for the simplicity, for the sometimes boringness of a nice day. You know, sometimes I feel like we long for adventure, but then when it comes, it's challenging. Adventure is not just, you know, all the fame and the riches and the glory and all of that. It's also a lot of hard work, and that can be fun. But sometimes a boring day is quite a nice change of pace too. There we are. See the lovely stripes on there? It's a beautiful stone. It's not very big, but it is quite powerful. Can you just feel the warmth emanating from that? Good. That's definitely looking better. Your energy, at least. Are you feeling a bit more warm now? Good. But I think we've still got a bit of work to do. Being so very cold and having your energy so just sort of off kilter, it can make you feel quite tired, can't it? Are you feeling tired? Right, well, you are perfectly welcome to sleep. You may stay here as long as you need to rest. But I do have one other thing that might help ease you into, instead of a sleep where you're so exhausted you can't actually get a good night's sleep, just a very nice peaceful sleep, okay? Right. This is one of my most prized possessions. It is a very, very ancient artifact. It is called the Sands of Time. Not a very creative name, but it is very powerful. You see, what this does, it does not turn back time per se, but what it can do is it can restore you as if you have had a very, very long time to rest. It can restore you in a matter of moments as you watch the sand falling down. It's very, very powerful, especially the more that you focus on the sand, the more effective it is. So if you would like, I can turn this and we can watch as the sand falls from the top down to the bottom here. And once it is finished, you will feel as if you have already had a very nice night's rest. And then if you would like to sleep more, you are welcome. When our bodies are very tired, sometimes one night is not enough, but it will at least help your body not feel quite so desperate to get that sleep. Does that make sense? Alright. Yeah. If you would like, I can turn this then and we can watch it together. Okay. There we are. There. See that sand going down there. All of that lovely white sand. Almost looks like a winter storm, doesn't it? Just a very, very small one. All of that lovely time and magic washing over you with feelings of calm and restfulness. Lovely. It's quite a lovely artifact, isn't it? Now, as you are watching the Sands of Time here, you might also start to hear some strange sounds, perhaps some whisperings. Don't be alarmed, they are just the spirits being attracted to the time magic. It may also be calling in some spirits of the past You know, in this plane we tend to think of time as just very linear, a straight line. Something has a beginning and then a middle and then an end, and that's it. Everything goes from the past to the present to the future, and that's it. But in many, many planes, time is a bit more fluid than that. If you can bend space, you can also bend time. So, that is just the remnants of some spirits of the past. But they are not here to harm you, don't worry. They would not be able to get in if they were here to harm you. My palace here is very, very heavily fortified. Don't worry. Yes, I suppose I could block out the birds, all of the gifts if I wanted to. But the thing is, if I reject his gifts, then he might really, really get mad, and then who knows what would happen to all of the mortals in the villages that dot the forest. We wouldn't want that. I think for the most part, the storm that he created stayed much, much farther north, where most people do not venture. Except you. But if I just outright did not allow all of his fancy people with the fancy birds to come inside, I'm not sure what would happen. That's alright. I'll put up with a few birds. Maybe I will build an aviary. That would be nice. Then I could keep my owls there. I do actually have a few owls. They are my guardians, as well as my watchful eyes in the forest, just in case there is any sort of animal or person that needs help. In fact, it was one of my owls that found you originally. Do you have any dreams filled with feathers? You were quite, as I said, in a bad way. So, I am glad that you don't have any nightmares or any sort of negative memories from all of that. There. Well, do you think that that is enough? Would you like to keep watching? Yes, we don't have to watch for the entire time. You are looking a bit more rested, so that's very good. Okay, well, we'll put it to the side for now, but it will keep permeating some of that lovely, restful time into the air as well. Most of my artifacts focus more on things like peace, healing, things like that, as opposed to the Winter Warlock. Maybe he just really likes birds. Or do you think that they've been re-gifted? That someone gifted them to him and he said, what am I going to do with all of these birds? And then he fabricated all of these gifts for me? No, that would be silly. I'm not sure who would give him so many birds. Maybe he's attempting some sort of magic, or he's trying to conjure something, and instead of whatever he wants to conjure, he's just conjuring birds. Oh no, conjuring magic can be quite difficult. Yes, and it can be a bit strange what happens when it goes wrong. Anyway, you are certainly looking a bit more rested, more relaxed. Now, if you would like, I could actually help you get to sleep so that you can have a nice, peaceful rest in earnest. And then when you wake up, you are welcome to stay longer if you would like. You can watch all of my birds being paraded into my palace, or you are free to go. As I said, you are welcome to come or stay as long as you need. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. you'd like to get some rest. I think that's a good idea. One more crystal. Well, it's not really a crystal per se. This is made of pure snow. Not snow that falls from a cloud, but the snow that exists inside of a cloud. When you're a snow elf, there are certain perks to snowstorms. It has been frozen in time, not by my sense of time, by me, and it carries with it all of the power and the wonder of a wintry snowstorm. You know, sometimes snow is too much and it's dangerous and it can be a bit scary, but just a perfect, gentle snow that falls in the evening once you're home and you've got the fire going and the evening meal and you're sitting down with your family when it starts to snow outside. Just a very, very gentle snow as the whole world is blanketed in glistening white, and the light from your fire and the starlight reflects upon the snow. That snow is quite full of wonder and a very, very deep serenity which you can't feel anywhere else. So let's use a bit of the serenity from my frozen snow here. I hope you get some lovely sleep, okay? Right. I just want you to focus right here. Now you might see some images in here. Sometimes people do. Just embrace it, whatever it is that it's showing to you. And hopefully we can get you starting to feel rather sleepy. There. Good. Alright. Now, I'm just going to bring it in and out. In and out. We will imbue you and this place with the serenity of a gentle evening snowfall, where the world just takes a moment to exhale all the pent-up energy from a busy day. Whatever might be causing you stress, it's difficult to remember that when you're watching the snow falling lazily and coating the branches of the trees outside. It's a beautiful image, a beautiful feeling when you are warm at home and getting to enjoy winter day or night or whatever it is. There we are. Alright. I think you're looking quite tired now. Well, as I said, once you wake up, you're welcome to stay here or you're welcome to go. I could also try to teleport you back home. I'm not sure. It is, as I said, quite far, but I can at least get you most of the way. Definitely to a place that you will recognize. Your journey will be much easier than all the way from here. You know, I'm just curious before you fall asleep. Do they still tell stories of the strange snow witch that lives in the forest. No, that's alright, probably for the best. Stories have a way of being told differently than how they actually happen. For a while I was quite feared, for no reason. Sometimes when something is unknown, it is interpreted as scary. Now the Winter Warlock, well, if he is feared, he deserves it. But honestly, it would be rather healthy to be a bit afraid of him. But you have nothing to fear from me. No one does. I am the guardian of this forest, the guardian of the creatures that live here, but I will never cause any harm. No, you don't have to go on and go singing my praises anywhere, please. I was just curious. I know there used to be stories of the evil Winter Witch. I'm alright with people not knowing that I'm up here. I wouldn't want someone trying to journey all the way up here to see me and then getting lost and getting frightened and perhaps very, very hurt in the forest. Wintry forests are not places for people who don't know how to navigate them, so I wouldn't want any sort of accidents. I'm perfectly content up here. And you are looking perfectly sleepy. That's alright. I'll bring you some more blankets, okay? Although you are looking much, much warmer than you were before. Good. I am sorry that you got caught up in all of this mess. I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt. Well, thank you. I do hope that the birds stop eventually, but if they don't, I will keep you hearing him, I suppose. Maybe one of these days I'll actually get to sit down and talk to him and tell him that just because he's nice to me doesn't negate all of the cruelty to other people. Who knows? Maybe he can change. Anyone has the ability to change if they're willing to stop making excuses and put in the work, but not everyone is willing to, unfortunately. But I will keep believing in him. It's in my nature. It is possible. Hopefully. Anyway, I've rambled enough. I think it's time for you to finally drift off. Dream. Hopefully not of birds. Dream of a peaceful snowfall on a winter's evening. Curled up by the fire in a blanket, perhaps with a good book, perhaps with someone playing a song. And relish the peace and the tranquility that winter has to offer. Winter is our reminder that it's alright to rest. And now it is time for you to rest. Don't worry, I'll watch over you. Make sure that bitter cold doesn't go back to your